Side every day this week. Maybe you will join me. I'm hoping that wind isn't going to interfere with my audio. Okay, let's get started. So bit of a good one for the legs today. If you run, this will be a great one. And if you feel comfortable too, we're going to start in child pose, and you can take the knees wide. Where did the wind come from? Okay. If you don't want to, you can start in a seat. Okay. So if you want to join me in child pose, just see if you can give the hips a wriggle and relax them down. Relax your chest down and your head. Maybe you support your head on your hands. And we'll start off with those 3 breaths. So just signaling to your body that we're just going to start to move and connect. So see if you can just invite a slightly deeper breath in and soften your exhale. And we'll just take another 1 or 2 breaths just to drop in. Okay. And then we're going to push through our hands and lift ourselves up to hands and knees. Just position yourself so your knees are underneath your hips, wrists are underneath the shoulders or a little bit forward, and make sure you've got space between your hands. Okay, so we're just going to extend the right leg out behind you, bring the toes to the ground, and just give that leg a little bit of a wake up, a little bit of a stretch. And we're going to jump straight in, so we're going to draw the tummy up towards the spine. Make sure you're not collapsing through your core. And then float that leg up behind you. And then we're going to bend that knee, send the heel upwards. This is a bit Jane Fonda workout here, but we're going to start to push the heel up, little pulses. So we're giving the bum a bit of a squeeze, but what we're doing is also pumping a lot of blood into the back of our thigh, into our hamstring, so that we can give it a good stretch. So just take a few of these. Maybe if you do this on repeat, wear some leg warmers and a leotard. What's Jane Fonda? Okay, take another couple. I can feel that. Okay, and then straighten the leg out behind you. See if you can keep the leg lifted. Push out through the heel and then lower that leg to the ground. Okay, and we'll take it on the other side. So left toes into the ground. Tummy draws up. Push away. Don't dump into your wrists. Push through your fingertips and push away from the ground. And then float that left leg up, toes dialed down. And then bend that knee and take your little pulses on this side. So just feel, I can feel that in my thigh, the back of my thigh. I don't know, you might feel it in your bum. Now I can feel it in my bum, it's just moving. Interesting. Okay, and then extend that leg out behind your toes, dial down, push through the heel, and then lower your knee down. Okay, so we're going to bring our knees together. So we don't normally do it like this. So bring the knees together, and we're just going to lean back just a smidge. So we're not coming all the way down to the heels, but see if you can sway your hips from side to side. A little bit kind of, I always used to say, drawing a smile with your bum. So think of a semicircle. We're not squeezing the butt cheeks into a smile. It's like a slalom. So a little bit of a softness from side to side, easing in. Okay, and then come back through center. Take the knees hip distance apart again. Tuck your right toes and lift your right knee. Just push out through that heel and pause here. See if you can draw the front of your body up to meet the back. Notice if your head is hanging down, can you look just beyond your fingertips and extend through your neck, through the crown of your head. And then float that leg up and then touch the floor, tap the toes down. So inhale to lift the leg, exhale to lower. Take that just a couple more times. Keeping that leg nice and strong. All the muscles around your knee are engaged. And take it one more time. And when your toes come down this time, just pause, Float the leg back up. I just changed my mind. And then take your foot over to the left side. So moving across your body. Take the foot over and then lower the toes down. See if you can look over your left shoulder towards that heel. See what you can soften and breathe into the right side of your body. And then lift that foot up if you can and take it back out behind you. Lower the toes down, lower the knee. And take the other side. So push the left toes into the ground, lift the left knee. Front of the body draws up to meet the back body. Strong spine. Head's not hanging down, but just beyond your fingertips. And then float that leg up. Push out through the heel, extend out the hip. And then we'll just start to lower the toes down and rise back up. So we could channel Jane Fonda, but we could also channel Kim Kardashian here. So we're going to have a great butt after this. Okay. So take that another couple of times. Nice strong leg. And next time that leg lifts up, push out through the heel. Draw the leg across your body to the right side and then let the toes come to the ground. Look over your right shoulder. See if you can breathe into the left side of your body. And then we'll float that leg back up, draw it back behind you, and then lower that knee to the ground. Okay, walk the hands in. If you tuck your toes under and see if you can sit back on your heels. If that's excruciating, just untuck them, but just give the wrists a little bit of love. Okay, and if you are on your toes, just give them a wriggle, wake your feet up. And then we'll come back to hands and knees and take it straight up into a downward dog. So feet are a hip distance apart, fingers are spread nice and wide, nice soft knees, and then see how it feels. You can do this on hands and knees if you prefer, but plant your left foot and float the right leg up behind you. Try not to overextend, so the hips are level, toes pointing down, and then bring that knee underneath you, squeeze it through, and look towards your hands and see if you can step that foot forward. So most likely your foot will bend it back here, so give it a helping hand forwards. And we're going to spin onto the back heel, push down through your feet, make sure you're not wobbly. So you might take your right foot a bit wider and then rise up to standing. Oh, haven't got my camera angle quite right, I apologize. And then float your arms up. Okay, so push down through that back leg, push through the front foot, sink it down, see if you can draw the tummy in. And then really strong legs here. As you bring your arms back down, see if you can straighten the front leg, push into your big toe, so you don't want to lock this knee out, don't overextend. Hands on the hips, can you just dial it forwards just a touch? So you're going to draw your right hip crease back, push through that back foot, strong legs. And you can be up here, you don't have to fold down. If you've got space, you might even bring your fingertips all the way down to the ground. But just be aware not to overextend this front knee. We're going to take another breath here. Okay, and then bend this knee, bring your hands to the floor. So we're going to come onto the toes of the back foot. Your choice, you can step back straight into downward dog, or plant your hands, see if you can take that leg all the way back into your three-legged dog. Push through the heel, and maybe here bend the knee. Let that knee lift up as you draw right foot over to the left side of your body. Take a breath, nice and equal through both shoulders. And then lower that foot down. Okay, take it on the other side. So remember, you can do this on hands and knees, but we can rise the left foot up. And then squeeze that knee all the way under and step it forward between your hands. Give it a helping hand to bring that foot forward between your hands. Make sure you're not on a tightrope, so left foot could come out a little bit to the left here. And then with your back foot, spin that back foot onto the ground and then push through your feet, lift yourself up. Okay, bending into the front knee, pushing down through that back foot. Inhale, rise your arms up, relax your shoulders, nice and strong through your legs. And then we'll bring the arms down, straighten the front leg, but push into that front big toe. Stop you locking your knee out. Hands on the hips. We bow slightly towards that front leg. Maybe you stay quite high up, drawing this left hip crease back. Maybe your fingertips come down to the ground. But we're drawing this leg back, big stretch. So just be very mindful. And then we'll bend that front leg, bring your fingertips to the floor, spin onto your back toes. Maybe you come to downward dog. Maybe you take it all the way back into a three-legged dog. And maybe you bend that left knee and lift the knee up, open up that hip. Make sure you haven't rotated, so I've gone off to the left, so nice and equal through your shoulders, through your hands. And then extend that leg out behind you, lower it down. Bring it down to hands and knees. Take the knees wide, big toes to touch. And sink it back into your child pose. And take those nice 3 breaths. Send the breath into your legs. And just relax your wrists. Maybe turn your palms up here. Relax your shoulders. And see if you can hear the sound of your breath here. Tune into your breath just for another couple. And then when you're ready, plant your hands, walk the hands in towards your body. Find yourself in a comfortable seat. And we'll bring our hands together in front of our hearts. And we bow the head to the hands, the mind to the body. See if you can feel something positive in your body here. Maybe in your breath or your mind. Take it into your day. Thank you for joining me. Namaste. Thank you. Have a lovely, lovely day.